One of my viewers sent me this, a boxed copy of Symantec Utilities for Macintosh. Nope, that is not the Norton Utilities. Obsolete computer technology is my passion. I'm the vintage collector, and these are my stories. So this is Symantec Utilities for Macintosh version 1.1. Usually called SUM for short, it was a collection of disk maintenance and recovery tools released by Symantec in 1988. It could recover deleted files, repair damaged disks, optimize hard drives, duplicate floppies, and even recover disks that had been accidentally initialized. But SUM did not begin entirely inside Symantec. Its roots go back to MacZap, a specialist Macintosh disk recovery program developed by Analyst. Symantec took that technology, expanded it and turned it into a much broader utility package. A later version, SUM 2.1, added more tools and brought support for System 7. Some of its recovery backup and disk optimization technology will later find its way into Norton Utilities for Macintosh. But this copy is the earlier SUM 1.1. Originally, I wanted to give it a shot on the Macintosh Classic 2. The first thing I did was to create some Apple disk copy images from those old floppy disks. I uploaded them to archive.org along with some raw disk images and cryoflux dumps. Before installation, I checked the system compatibility and realized that SUM 1.1 requires System 4.1 and Finder 5.3 or later. Many sources say it works fine with System 6, but it's incompatible with System 7. My Mac Classic 2 was already running System 7, and I really did not want to perform a complete system reinstall just for this experiment. So instead, I turned to this old Macintosh Plus, which used to run from an external SCSI hard drive, with emphasis on used to. For reasons yet to be investigated, it no longer detected the drive on the SCSI bus, despite apparently proper termination. I also discovered that several keys on this old keyboard were no longer working and would need some maintenance. I can already see where the fun with this machine will be leading, but that is a story for another time. Anyway, a big thank you to Kevin from Switzerland for donating this machine. And another thank you goes to Peter from Germany, who gifted me this copy of Symantec Utilities for Macintosh. With no suitable system available right now, I turned to emulation and fired up Mini VMac to give it a shot there. The installation procedure is not exactly straightforward and involves quite a few manual steps. First, you have to place several system extensions and init programs inside the system folder. The Disk Clinic floppy also contains utilities that need to be copied onto the hard drive. From there, you launch Disk Clinic for the first time and create the volume parameter file. Now, Mini VMac does not really emulate SCSI hard drives. Instead, it uses a patch that mounts oversized disk images of up to 2 GB through the emulated floppy drive. Because of this unusual setup, SUM cannot identify the disk parameters as those of either a normal floppy disk or a hard drive. Fortunately, I can create a volume parameter file instead. One thing that surprised me was the apparent absence of Symantec tools. The manual does not mention how to install it at all, but since it is included on disk 2, simply copying it onto the hard drive is enough to make it work. And look at how the About dialog reveals the MicroAnalyst copyright. Another thing you need to install, especially for features such as File on Delete, is Guardian. Part of this is already done when installing the extensions, but you also must enable file and partition safe protection. And with that in place, I can delete the disk copy utility and even empty it from the trash. Undelete detects the missing file and allows me to restore it. Apparently not to its original folder though, restored files end up here instead, but hey, it works. Of course, Guardian must already be active before the file is deleted, otherwise you will not be able to recover the data. Some also brought a disk optimizer which would defragment your file system. And there's many more features, but unfortunately the majority of them are difficult to demonstrate in an emulator. Most require a real Macintosh and, above all, a real hard drive. Back in the 1980s, programs such as some Norton Utilities or PC tools could be essential. Hard drives were expensive and nowhere near as reliable as they are today. Neither the classic DOS FAT file system nor the Macintosh HFS supported journaling yet. So if the power failed while critical file system data was being written, an entire volume could suddenly become damaged or inaccessible. Of course, the answer was backups, widely recommended as best practice. But well, who makes backups anyway? With these utilities, you at least had a chance to repair the damage or recover important files before everything was gone for good. What do you say about it? Did you ever end up in a situation where PC tools, some or Norton Utilities turned out to be a lifesaver? Share your stories in the comments below. I'm the Vintage Collector and this was my story for today. Thanks for watching and see you again next Sunday.